I came out here with every intention of pulling the carburetor off, putting the other one on, but it does not have, well, I'll just show you. I've gotten a lot of emails from mechanics, and I appreciate it, but I really hate to bother people. So I'm gonna figure this out. This is the spare carburetor that came with the wagon. Everything looks semi-similar with the exception of this. This is a fuel line, I think. I'm wrong. That goes into the bottom of the distributor. So is that... No, I don't know anything about this thing. I know about four-wheeler carburetors. I can pull them apart and clean the jets and everything and throw them back on and make something run like new, but this is a little different. So is that air? I believe it is air. I know the fuel bowl just goes right back there. Nothing on this moves, so I thought I would pull this off and clean it up, but I don't have a out of all my thin well, thick well, deep well, shallow well, and everything's sockets, metric and standard, none of them fit that. It's not a 12 to a 14 in metric, and it's not a half or 9/16. Nothing else will fit on it because that little tiny ridge right there, and I have been through every tool I own, and I do not have anything that'll fit that rusty little nut right there. So I guess I don't understand, if that's air, why is it copper? It's not even hooked up. That's not air. But why would fuel go to the distributor? And I know this is not the same, but it is this is a one line. No, it's a two. The other one goes down there and it goes into the side of the block right there. This one's obviously cut. This one went to the tank, it sucked it up, went through the fuel filter or the bowl, and I imagine there's a filter on the bottom possibly, or either the filter was right here or it's underneath it. This is obviously the CJ2A, and that is there because every drop of water that runs off the hood runs down on top of the engine. But see, there's no line. So maybe this is not a good example. C-rest right there. You're next. And you I'm stumped. It turns over, you know, crossing over the solenoid, but I'm stumped. I did check on a new wiring harness. Underdash wiring harness alone is about $700. So that ain't gonna happen. And that only goes to where you drop a plug out the firewall. So the question is, do I need the carburetor that's on it, or could I use this one? Or that doesn't come off. I don't know, because I don't know what things are on this thing. I know what you're asking yourself. So why are you doing this? Because I can do it. I just got to figure it out. And believe it or not, y'all's comments help a lot. So let's just, I'm gonna take this off. But see, here's the thing on this. Everybody said this was a lot of people said this was an oil heater. I don't think it is. I think it's a water heater because it's running into the bottom of the blower over there where water would go and back into here. And also, which is where the thermostat is, it rolls up and goes to the radiator, and oil doesn't go in the radiator. So I'm gonna pull it off just to get it out of the way, but when I do that, where would this line eventually end up? Or would it simply meet together over there? No, it's got to go through the thermostat. The water goes radiator, through the thermostat, up into here, down into there, out of that, over here, and then where? Water pump. Never mind. And that's awesome because that's broke off in the water pump. That's pretty cool right there. I'm excited about that. I just noticed that. So, yeah, that's great news, isn't it? I see it now. Now I'm in looking and thinking mode. You want to look and think with me? See, there's another fuel bowl down there. I almost want to take everything off and start over. But I'm not sure. It got dark. But while we got a minute to ponder, I want to show you something. I turned all the frogs off. Let me find the button on this thing. This, it's raining. This is the Wowtech A5. I'm sorry, A4 flashlight. I've shown you the A5 and the A7. This thing throws a pretty doggone good beam. And it's got a several settings. All right, there's one. Hang on. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And of course, like all of them, you double tap and it goes instantly bright, and then you triple tap, or from 1 to triple tap, and that's on a shallow beam. 1 to triple tap and it does the strobe. That's the one that shakes people up. I'm trying to get a plan. I'm still out here. This one has a high, you can check the beam on this thing. It has a really bright center throw to it. So, give me a moment. It's pretty cool. It's got a, hold on, let me get up here, get a little more focused. We'll make this quick. 617-yard throw, which is pretty awesome. 1895 lumens, and it'll throw a long way. Let me show you what I've done since we got busy, and I'll put the link to this thing. Hang on, you want to see it, don't you? If they send me the lights, I pedal them. Whether you purchase or not, it's completely up to you. There it is. It's got a little fatter ring, tighter center for the straight throw, and it is USB charged. Right there. I was gonna tell you something. Let's turn that off. Let me show you what I did out here. This light may be too bright to really do this, but as long as I don't put it right in the middle. You know what all that aluminum is? It came from around in here. This machine has serious issues with rust. I got this side out too. And believe it or not, it's not absolutely horrible. Now that's where your foot goes when you're inside pedaling. This one I have not been able to get off yet. You can see the process. This is passenger. Here's an issue. Someone suggested, oh my goodness, the frame is crusty in there. Sort of, kind of. Someone suggested I start a GoFundMe for the wagon. And it actually crossed my mind. We'll talk about that later. I had thought about doing a fundraiser, a GoFundMe, not just for this, but for some of the homeless people I run across, some of the camps and stuff like that. And I thought, well, the only way to do that with accountability for me is a GoFundMe, because that way you can see everybody that gives, how much they give, with complete transparency. If you do it just through PayPal, then you have no idea. I could say people only sent $100 and really they sent $500. So I guess my thoughts are, I'm going to do what I can on this thing, but if you want to see it make some pretty serious process, give me your ideas on how to, I know it's rough. I still think it's worth it. Give me your ideas on what you think about it. And what I can do is, if there's, I think that is supposed to be like that. It's like night lights. That's looking through the floor. We'll plan a step at a time on this through GoFundMe, maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure the tax liabilities, any liabilities at all yet. And then, like, we plan a piece of this to work on, and then everything else will go to helping homeless people. And I will show you everything I do and everything given, receipts and everything. That's just a thought. I do that on my own anyway, and then I'm trying to toot my own horn because I could care less. Who knows? I do what I do because it's what I do. But as far as y'all being involved, you let me know what you think. I want to show you another wagon too, eventually, the bearded one owns. So anyway, I'm done. The frogs are calling my name. Thanks for watching my videos. Those are frogs in the field.